McDaniel was enjoying the comforts of his home in Enfield, Illinois, on the 25th of April, 1973, when he became aware of a peculiar scratching sound coming from his door. When McDaniel peered out the window, he noticed what he believed to be a bear. It was quite late in the evening, at about 10 o'clock. Taking a flashlight and a firearm with him, he ventured out into the blustery weather and began his journey. A monster was seen by him there, and it was standing between two rose bushes. However, it was not a bear. The creature was described by McDaniel as having 3 legs and 2 arms that were very short. The length of its body was comparable to that of a person. The height of the creature was around 4.5 feet, and it had a grayish coloration. It had 2 large pink eyes that were the size of flashlights. When McDaniel first laid eyes on this strange monster, he immediately fired 4 rounds. An individual said that one of the shots struck it, resulting in a hiss that he equated to that of a wildcat. After then, it is stated that the monster made a break for it in the direction of a railway embankment, traveling a distance of 50 feet with 3 leaps. Following McDaniel's call to the local police to investigate this event, the investigators discovered tracks in the vicinity of his residence. According to McDaniel, these prints have the appearance of a dog and have 6 toe pads. When the police received McDaniel's story, they determined that he was completely logical and sober at the time. Greg Garrett, who was just 10 years old at the time, seemed to provide evidence that supported McDaniel's account when the detectives inquired about the neighbors. Garrett said that he saw the beast barely 30 minutes before McDaniel's did, and that it tore his shoe apart when it stomped on his foot. Garrett, on the other hand, eventually came out and said that his claim was a fabrication that was intended just to tease McDaniels and the newsmen. As the story gained more exposure, other news sites began to suggest that the creature may have been nothing more than a wild monkey or a kangaroo that had escaped. Both of these theories were rejected by McDaniel. It was his opinion that if the monster was ever seen again, it would be with a group of other creatures that were identical to it. Monsters that he felt did not originate from this world. On May 6th, barely 2 weeks after the original occurrence, McDaniel claimed to the WWKI radio station that he saw the monster once again around 3 in the morning on that particular day. With great attention, he observed it making its way over the train lines that were located close to his residence. Neither he nor it seemed to be in a rush, and he did not aim at it directly. Later that day, a search group that included Rick Rainbow, the director of the news department at WWKI, went out to see if they could get a glimpse of it. When they returned, they brought back stories of an ape-like monster that was loitering outside an abandoned structure that was located close to McDaniel's residence. During the time that they were shooting at it and scaring it away, they claimed to have captured a tape of its screams. Although cryptozoologist Lauren Coleman conducted an investigation into the tape and the case, it seems that nothing concrete has emerged from the investigation. Amateur hunting groups went out with the intention of bringing down this beast. It was stated that a group of gentlemen had seen the horrifying thing, but they gave an additional scary description to the beast by describing it as hairy. They shot, but they were unable to strike the beast with their bullets. Instead of really seeking monsters, the guys were charged with hunting crimes. The local sheriff characterized the men as out drinking and raising hell, which is a more accurate description of their behavior. Sociologists highlighted this incident in a study on social contagion that they wrote in 1978, which was 5 years after these stories were published. They cited the event as an example of collective behavior, which is when a big number of people are impacted by severe suggestibility due to the spread of strong emotion, such as panic, hysteria, collective visions, or other extreme suggestibility. The findings of their investigation revealed that in reality, there were no more than 3 first-hand testimonies of this beast that seemed to have a profound effect on the town's terror. In addition to that, these claims had been later inflated by the press and the local rumor mill, which turned a perplexing occurrence into a terrible legend. The study draws attention to the fact that several accounts acknowledged that there was some truth to the view that an assortment of animals, rather than a beast, had been seen by individuals. Following more investigation into the matter, it was discovered that several individuals admitted that Henry McDaniel has a famously hyperactive imagination. Throughout the course of the research, the sociologists who were questioned unanimously agreed with McDaniel's assertion that he had come into contact with a creature from outer space. However, there was one individual who did not share this opinion.